Oh, hello, 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 hello. I see that there are 8 people live with me. Can you say hi? Can you say hi so that I know who is logging in with me here? Hello, 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 hello. Okay, while you are typing in there, my name is Coach Malebu. I am a holistic life and wellness coach. I work with the well being of mind, body, and spirit. I'm also an accredited meditation practitioner, a fitness trainer, and an author of 3 books. I have also published from this group a journal called Create the Life You Want, right? Create the life that you want. This is my journal. It's only $100. If you want it, please, there's a link there. I've already put up the link there, right? So thank you for being here. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Please type. I want to see who I'm speaking to, guys. I know that I am like at the camera. You guys cannot see me, but can you say hello? Can you say hello? So I went on YouTube and I was speaking about how we can show up to the table that God has brought for us. Okay. I spoke about how we can show up to the table that God has already built for us or prepared for us, as the Bible says that He prepares a table before me, and we need to come and show up to this table. We need to show up to the table because in that table there's a whole lot of things that you have been desiring, that you have been saying, I want, and God is saying it's in this table, but you need to show up to the table, right? I see that today people are not typing. Why are you not typing? Huh? Why are you not typing? I cannot even see who is here today, but anyway, we'll go on. So today is an amazing day. I've been waiting for it to share with you how I manifested my own home in a program that I have shared on YouTube of 28 days. Can you believe it? So I have shared a program with you for free, and I also did it, and within 28-day program days, I had already manifested that, right? So I am so excited, guys. It's like, what? Yeah. So I share the things that really work. I share the things that I also work on, and I am so convinced that you can, in your life, create what you want. You can create the life that you want. You can create everything in your powers. Some people are creating the life they don't want. Some people are busy creating the life they want. So that is actually me, right? So a little background about myself. I used to stay in a flat in Sunnyside in Pretoria, and we got married with my husband, legally married. We got married in 2015, but then legally married in 2016, and that was the time when I moved in with my husband. And he was also staying in a flat, but then in his flat he was renting out the other room. It was a 2-bedroom flat where he was renting out the other room, and I didn't really have a problem because from where I was, from Sunnyside, I was like living with 11 people. So now we were just living with one person on the other room, and I didn't have a problem with it, right? And then after we got married, we didn't want to have kids as yet. So we stayed about 2 years, I think, before we could have kids. But then we were preparing for our kids. We were saying that when we have kids, we want our kids to also grow up in a home and not a flat. And because we were desiring to have that, when I was 6 months pregnant, then the house showed up, which is the house that we are living in right now, showed up, and we moved in when I was 6 months pregnant, and this is where we have been staying. So it's a 2-bedroom house here in Centurion. We have been living in Centurion for a very long time, right? So uh, when was it? And because okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't know, I'm getting these steps here, but anyway, Um, so as we get into, we were pregnant and we were expecting Gosi, and we were also making plans that we're not going to have a stay-in helper. We rather have somebody who we're going to take Ngosi and collect, but things didn't work out for us because even that was a lot of work for me. I mean, I train, I coach people and a whole lot of that, so I needed somebody who can be here full time with me, right? And later on, I think because it was about 5 to 6 months, we got a stay-in helper. Now the stay-in helper was now staying in the other room, meaning that now the house is clustered. It doesn't have another room. When I have you guys as my guests, I cannot now say you should sleep in because there is no room. And I started saying, no man, we need to then get a 3-bedroomed house, and especially because we have a kid, so we want our kids, when they grow up, they have their own bedrooms. So I'm probably thinking that we have 2 kids, but anyway, and that was what we were talking about. And last year September, we went to find this house. I went on Property 24 and I looked at some houses and I requested to go and view. Only one person from that had said, okay, yeah, come and view the house. We went, and when we got there, the house was, okay for me, but there was one thing that was not right, which I then said yes to it, even though it was not right. So the kitchen was very small. So if you know me, you know that I always like saying, I don't like cooking. So I thought, but it's not a big deal because I don't like cooking. But the kitchen was very, very small as compared to our house now and what I would love to have as a kitchen. But then I said yes to it. We signed the offer and we started then we started then the process of getting the house. But when we were in the process, the owner of the house, which was an old woman, she passed away. May her soul rest in peace, because I didn't even know her. Now the process of getting the house was becoming more and more too much for us. Now there is a letter of authority, and who I I didn't want to be part of that mess, but anyway, we were part of it already. And we waited, I think, for more than 3 months, if I'm not mistaken. We had to go and sign up papers, and then again after 30 days we have to go and sign those papers. So after I think it was this year in Jan, if not last year, December, the agent called me and said, Malebo, I'm sorry, but the new owner who has the letter of authority and all that, said he's taking another person's offer. So it came to me as a shock, like, okay, you said the house is this much, but then when I put that offer that you wanted, then you refuse my offer. And I didn't like, I was like, how? So my husband and I, we were very, very like disturbed. I don't want to say angry, but disturbed, that how after this long that we have been waiting for a house, the next thing somebody's telling us that the house is not they are not going to accept our offer. Anyway, we just left that, and I started saying we need to look for a new house. So in Feb, then we started the program on the 1st of September, where we were writing 28 requests. Day before, you should have 28 requests of the things that you wanted, and surely the first 10 things are the things that you believe that you want, and then the other things are like those smaller younger things, right? And then we were writing every day. We were writing 28 things that we are grateful for, and then the second one is writing that one thing. The first thing, or you pick up one thing and then you write it 28 times as if you already have. So before I even get there, when I wanted a house, now my husband and I, we sat down and we really spoke about this, and we found out that we want a house that we can have a 2-bedroom, sorry, not a 2-bedroom, 2 garages, right? Because my husband has got musical equipment that is very, very expensive, and we don't want to, just dish it somewhere. We want to keep it in the house. So if you come into my house, you will see that there's DJ equipment and all that. And we wanted now to have a bigger house so that we can put away those things even in a garage. We can, place them in a garage. And so my husband was very, very straightforward that he wants a place, because where we were applying for that house, the house was, they were telling us that you're only going to have one closed garage, and then the rest is not going to, it's just going to be an open garage. And we have 3 cars in this house. We have my husband's car, my car, and his work car. And so it was like, no, it's not going to happen. We need 2 garages, and then at least one for visitors parking. Then we were very intentional about it. He said 2 garages. So with me, because I have been what is that? Sorry about that, guy. Okay, all right. So with me personally, I wanted 2 bathrooms, for the reason that I drink a lot of water. So many of you know that I am a fitness fanatic. I'm a personal trainer. I do all these things. So I drink a lot of water. And when you drink water, you need to go to the loo. So now we have only one bathroom in our house. And this bathroom, my helper sometimes when she is bathing, she takes time. I think maybe it's her time. She will make Nkosi sleep. And then after that, she will go into a bath, and I think she's soaking herself in the bath for whatever reason is that, and sometimes she will be taking like 30 minutes, and I'm pressed. So I would be saying, girl, so with me, I said I need 2 bathrooms. And there are other things that I really didn't communicate. I didn't say it out loud. One of the things is that I wanted a house that is already, we don't have to do much on it, and already has got tiles, nice tiles and all that, because I don't want to get into a house and then now, work on it and, renovate and all these things, right? So okay, so when I then started the program, on the first, actually, I was showing my husband, this was the first thing that I wrote, that I have a house around Centurion. The kitchen is much more bigger, and we have 2 bathrooms and 2 garages. And that was what I was writing 28 times. And I put it away in my box. I don't have my box here, it's there. I put it away in my box, and the next day I wrote another thing. I didn't worry about how is this house going to come, why is it going to come, and all that. But I wrote it down. And when I was writing this thing down, I know there are people who are going to go on to this program and do it. Don't just write and write and write. Also bring an emotion to it. How would you feel when you have this house? When you have this house, or when you have that car, when you have that man, whatever. So I was really feeling like, oh my gosh, imagine waking up in my own house. It's a 3-bedroom duo. It has this, all the things that I wanted, right? Okay, so around the second last week of Feb, I see this house. I was checking houses from Property 24. So Property 24 then sends me a house that is 600,000, and I'm like, in Centurion, a 2-bedroom. Actually, it was a 2-bedroom house that is 600,000. And I know that a 2-bedroom in Centurion, the cheapest is about 700,000. But that one was like, why is it so cheap? I take a screenshot, I send to my husband, and my husband is saying, hey, let's go and check it. Then before I do that, I checked how the house was. I sent already the request to go and view the house. But then I went through the pictures, on Property 24, they give you pictures of how the house is. And I'm seeing that this house is not the house that we want, right? Anyway, we just, I told my husband, he said, let's just go. We will see when we get there. When we get there, the first thing is that we had to walk. It was very far. It's in Centurion, but very far from the vicinity where we are living. So my husband and I, we prefer staying in a place that is not far from work. So I stay far. I'm 2 kilometers from my workplace. My husband, I think, is about 1 kilometer from his workplace. So that's what we prefer. But this 600K house was in the other side of Centurion, which was not really, really far. Maybe it was going to be like 3-4 kilometers from my workplace. But then when we got there, then again, we still had to walk. It was like passage, and it was not really... When we got to the house, we saw, oh my gosh, this house is very, very small. It's actually a one-bedroom house, and then they just made it to look like it's a three-bedroom house, two-bedroom house, but it was very small, and we have a whole lot of things they were not going to fit in that house. When we went out, the agent was asking, how do you feel about the house? And we literally told him that, that one, we don't want it. And immediately after that, my husband said, actually, we are looking for a three-bedroom house. And we were thinking just to check this one out, how it is. Maybe it was going to be better for us, but no, we don't want it. And right there, guys, right there, the law of attraction happened. Why is it God will will connect you to people? This guy who is an agent selling houses, he's also a fruit guy. He's selling fruits. Can you believe it? He's selling fruits and all. I couldn't even believe. In my little cubicle mind, I wouldn't have thought that is how it was going to happen. So right there, the guy said, actually, I have a three-bedroom house that even the person is no longer staying there. They're just waiting for me to sell it. So it's where and where and where. And I connect the dots. Now, it is not far from here where I am, the place where I am, right? It is in Centurion where we would love to be, right? Okay, he said, come and view the house. We went there on a Sunday. It was on a Friday when we went there, the weekend of the 24th, if I can remember, of Feb. Remember, this program was in February. And then I did that on the 1st of Feb. And then, 20-something, I had already been connected to the person who was going to give us the house. So, on Friday, we went to view the 600 house. On Sunday, we had booked with him that we can go and view the other house. When we got there, guys, entering the room, I knew that this house is ours. Remember, the most important thing is that when you are writing the things that you want, you don't just write because it's a religion. You don't just write because Coach Malibu said you must write. No, you must write and feel. And the book that I'm reading, where is it? I'm reading two books. I'm reading I'm Rich Beyond My Wildest Dreams and the Greatest Secret. It talks about the importance of feelings. Now, when I got into that house, I felt the same feeling that I was feeling when I was writing. On the 1st of Feb, I felt it. And I said, wow, we get into the house. Wow, the house has got tiles. It even has a closet. If you remember, guys, for the people who have signed up for my programs, I've been talking about a sacred space, which is a place that women on the movie War Room did, getting into the closet, taking out the clothes and all that, and making that a place of prayer. So I have also desired to have that. Even though I never communicated, I have desired to have like a place where I can close, because I have a 2-year-old who is very, very busy, and I'm not going to be able to have a sacred space that is like stationed like this, right? So I have to have where I can lock. And voila, when I get into the house, that is the reality. I have that. Hey, man. Okay, the house is with tiles. And guess what? In 2018, I think, when we moved into this house, was it 2018? Yeah. I said, next time when I'm looking for a house, please remind me to look for, I'll check that post. Remind me to look for a house that has got a pool. Because, hey, Centurion, higher December, it's blazing hot, right? So we needed a pool. Guess what? We get there is a pool. Hey, guys, God you will just ask for this little tiny thing, right? God will give you even what you never even communicated. And when we walk into that place, right, my husband as well, remember, I'll show you how, I will give you, I will take a picture of how I wrote that, right? I didn't say I have a house. I said we have a house. And when I said we, I also created an emotion that, when we create that house, the emotion, the feeling will be for both of us. Guess what? My husband, when we got there, he said, I felt like that house is ours. Right there, the other leg, we signed. We signed the offer. when we were, the next weekend was my husband's birthday. That whole week, you know, things were just pulling. Hey, give the ID number, the what, the, you know, things were just literally happening for us. And remember, we had applied for a house before, which the owner passed away, and there was a whole lot of dramatic things that we had to wait for the master of the high court, and now it's COVID, and then a whole lot of things. But with this one, we did not have to wait. Actually, things were just happening for us. Then came a time when we had to pay the transfer lawyers. The transfer lawyers, we didn't even go and borrow money. We had, it was available for us. Good, things were just happening. How much do you want? Okay, give us the bank details. Then we paid that in cash, and then we were like, yes, we are waiting for the house. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, in that program that I did on the 1st, writing my desired thing, the thing, that very thing called a house that I wanted, a 3-bedroom house, with other things that I did not communicate, they were added. Okay, and the Bible say, seek the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added. The things that I were not really like, okay, I would say no to the house if they are not there, they were also added in that. And I am sitting here waiting. You know, everything we have done, I'm sitting here waiting for them to say, move into your new house, just like that. You know, the law works if you believe, if you are going to open yourself up. So if you have a problem of manifesting, you know, you had been in my programs, you had been doing, and something is not working for you, there's something wrong. Because God has given us this thing, guys. In my little mind, I wouldn't have thought of a guy who is a fruit guy. He's selling fruits sometime, and then he's selling houses, that he's going to be the one whom I'm going to be connected to. And I would have never thought that that 600 house, that I was like, how 600 house? Even my husband, 600 in Centurion, 2-bedroom, 600. We wanted to see what is there. Why, right? Granted, that is where God knew that I'm going to take these people through this route, and this is how they are going to get this house that they want. And I'm here, guys. It's a Feb. We did it towards the end of Feb, and March we have been doing the things, and then in April, as you know, buying a house is a process. You just don't wake up and do it. But right now we are done with the process. We're just waiting for the master of the high court to say, hey, girls and boys, move into your house, just like that. Things are simple. Things are, you are able to also do this. You know, this is not about being lucky. This is not about praying hard. This is not about being religious, that you believe in God or you don't believe in God. This is not about that. I have been teaching there on YouTube that today we need to get, if you have been exposed, there are other programs of other coaches who are talking about manifesting, and whenever you don't manifest, you need to come to me so that we can do the healing process, right? We have a healing process that we are doing, the helio energy frequency. You need to do that. And I also gave one thing that you can do for free on the YouTube channel, where you can get into your sacred space and cleanse your energy from lack, the things that you have been taught to believe. There is nothing difficult in this world. I mean, I have been talking, for people who are here for the first time, I've been talking about how I got my husband. I have been hurt, guys. Hurt, to a point that I even wanted to commit suicide for a man, right? I have been hurt. But when I started saying, no, you know what? This is how I'm going to align myself with the person who's supposed to marry me. My husband came 5 months later, we got married. The car that I'm driving, I do not have money. I didn't have money for it. It's not, you know, the changing for it. But I put it up there on my vision board. And guess what? I'm driving it today. Life is so simple. Why are we making it difficult? Why are we making it difficult? So thank you. I think I cannot see the comments there, but thank you for tuning in. Go and do the work. Go onto YouTube and watch the first video and the second video, the work that you need to do before you start manifesting. If you have started the program, please, I beg that when you are writing those things, don't just write write with an emotion if you have. And another thing that I have to even say, you have to be in a high vibration. If you are tired, you don't even go there, because you are not going to. If you are feeling like, hey Malebu, that is why I said do it early in the morning, before you go to your phone, before you scroll and people are telling you who died and all that. Before you answer that phone, do that. But before you do that, work on your vibration. There are multiple people here on YouTube who are sharing free meditation. You can say meditation to raise my vibration. Do it, or you can also exercise. I know with me, running makes me, my vibration go high. And also skip if you have to. Even if you don't have a skipping rope, you can just do this, and then you jump, or you do jumping jacks. You do that thing, so that your heart rate can go up. When you are done there, you pray, and then after you pray, you meditate, you visualize your life, you go and write that thing. You just don't get there and just write that thing, right? Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am growing the YouTube channel, and I am waiting for me and you to reach 500 subscribers in that YouTube channel. And I know that you guys can help me do that, right? Thank you. I love you. I'll read your comments when I'm done here.